guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, again by the title you can tell I'm getting drunk and I'm going to talk about my pet peeves. I wanted to make a video where I talked about my pet peeves just because I don't know, I want to see like if other people are of the same opinion or if I'm actually as crazy as I think I am and alone in these bizarre pet peeves. To kind of lighten the mood a little bit because I didn't want it to be a video where it just sounds like I'm bitching. I want to get drunk because drunk Sarah is just, she's really a treat to this world. She doesn't come out very often because I don't like alcohol. Oh my gosh, the pain. The journey to get to being drunk and then also the side effects of being drunk are not always worth being drunk in my opinion. That's why I like weed, it's more painless. But today we're making the exception because drunk Sarah is just, like I said, a treat to this world. She doesn't come out very often. She hasn't been out in months and months. She needs to bless us all today with her presence. And yeah, so I'm gonna go get her and then we'll come back and talk about her pet peeves. All right, I brought a blanket for reinforcements just in case I get cold. I don't know. Alcohol is a poison. You never know how it's gonna affect you. So for today's lineup, we have a little bit of this tortilla silver tequila. I've never heard of this brand of tequila, but it's pretty decent and it'll get the job done, yeah? And then we also have some Castillo San Simon. We have some white wine. I'm not gonna pretend like it's something like more bougie than it actually, it's like $4 wine. And then for chaser for the tequila, because I cannot drink liquor straight up, like, I will actually die. It's like the lyric in Prayers Up that goes, I just feel like dying when the liquor is straight up. Like, I actually die when the liquor is straight up. So, have to have a chaser. For my chaser today, I'm having Tropicana Pineapple Mango. Oh my god, I didn't even realize this is with lime. Ooh. Stuff like this was literally made for tequila. So, yeah, we have that on deck. Okay, I have a strategy. My strategy is that I'm gonna ingest all of the tequila first. Not all of it. I don't think I'll drink all of this. I wish I had shot glasses because I can't accurately measure this. I know it's not that many shots, but like, I don't know. See, there's too much fucking math. Why am I doing math when I'm drinking? And then like, this is the cup that I'm gonna take shots out of. We're gonna eyeball it. I have terrible spatial reasoning skills. Like, it's actually really bad. So this will be interesting. We'll see how quick we slip into mayhem. First shot of the night. Not looking forward to it. I'm actually scared. Does anybody else's heart start racing when you have to take a shot? Amari, if you're watching this, I wish you were here right now to get me through this trying time. How are you supposed to take shots without the person that literally counsels you through taking shots? Okay, I feel like I'm gonna get this. Okay, just take it, Sarah, just take it. The worst is when you don't measure it right and you have to do it in 2 gulps instead of 1. Oh god. I don't shame people that go out a lot at all. In fact, I think you're our nation's strongest. I don't know how y'all do it. Truly is a strength I don't possess because, wow. So gross. We're just gonna start with one of the biggest ones right out the gate. This is something that aggravates me. But when people misabbreviate the year, it just, it means something so entirely different. How are you graduating from Texas Tech University in 22 feet? In 22 inches? I don't get it. If you were graduating in the year 2022, that makes sense. But 22 feet and 22 inches just doesn't make sense to me. And unless time is entered physiological space, I don't think that's possible. No, you know what? I really need to be more drunk for this. Hold on. I'm going deeper into the hole. This is not like a full shot, but it's close enough. Okay, next one. When people are bad at staring. I get the urge to stare at somebody. I do it myself, you know what I mean? But I'm also very strategic about the way that I like check somebody out or stare at them, you know? I would never just like openly stare at somebody for long periods of time. Like I would sneak glances, make sure like they were looking in a different direction at this time so that I could look at, like, I don't know, there's a lot of planning that I put into looking at people that I find, I don't know, interesting or attractive, that I feel like not everybody else is doing. And I would like to know why you think it's okay to just blatantly stare at people. It's kind of strange. And then when they get caught staring and it's like, oh bitch, what? It's like you caught them, you know? And then it's like they just keep going with it. They just keep staring at you. Oh. Somebody call the police. Because I am. Ooh, another thing is when people say that I could care less instead of I couldn't care less. Because when you say that you could care less, it means that you actually possess the ability to care less than you currently do, which means that you still care. If you don't give a fuck, then you should say, I couldn't care less. I could not care less about this situation. I do not have or possess the ability to care less about you, etc., etc., whatever your situation calls for. Anyway, moving on. This is something that will actually put me in the mood to commit aggravated assault, and that is slow walkers. The world has progressed past walking slowly. I am a short person. Yes, I'm not even 5'2", right? And I can make my short ass legs move at a pace that enables me to get from point A to point B in a reasonable amount of time, with a reasonable amount of effort, and with the bliss of knowing that I'm on time. And some people do not operate with the same goals. And it doesn't bother me at all, because I don't give a fuck. I am all about, hey, you do you. I don't give a fuck until it affects me. Why am I having to now stand over at the side of the road? It's just, it creates awkward, not conversations, awkward interactions with people. And another one of my pet peeves that I didn't actually write down, but this is the root cause of it, is that I hate awkward interactions with people. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. When you can't tell, like, oh, like, are they gonna move over so that I can move to this side? Like, what's gonna happen? Like, there's another person coming in the opposite direction, so like, how do I figure that out? And like, how do we move around this and this and this? All because some bitch has to walk slow. I cannot. I honestly wonder if slow walkers are ever on time. I like to be on time, if not early, 5 minutes early to literally everywhere I'm at. That's the vibe, you know? And with slow walkers, I wonder if they've ever made the impression that they actually give a fuck about being on time. That's all I'm gonna say. If you're a slow walker, I'm not hating on you, but we can't walk on the same sidewalk. And not on some segregation. Never mind. The blanket came out because we're that kind of drunk right now. Okay. The next one that the next pet peeve that I have to talk about is, I forgot what it is. It's people, or I guess when people tell me what to do. I don't like being told what to do. It's genuinely a pet peeve of mine. I don't like the idea that I'm confined into this box of like a human being, you know, or the idea that like somebody has the ability to control my actions and like what I do throughout the day. Not the vibe. It's not about the fact that somebody's asking me to do something. It's not about the task at hand. It's just about the fact that somebody thinks that they have the right to monopolize my time. And that is a pet peeve of mine. It really bothers me, especially when people think that they can just tell me what to do because they're older than me. That to me is not a reason to respect somebody or do what they tell you to do. Another pet peeve of mine is having to use public restrooms. I go to school in Texas, but I live in the state of Illinois. So whenever I come to and from school, I drive, and I make multiple stops. But as far as using restrooms go, I make 2 stops. One of the stops that I make is near Oklahoma City to visit my aunt. I stay at her house usually over the night just so that I don't have to like drive all 14 hours back home in one sitting. I stay at her house and then make stops for gas, but I stop at a specific rest stop in Missouri, exit 4 on, I think it's I-44, who fucking knows. Anyway, I stop at that rest stop to use the restroom because those are the only restrooms that I choose. Yes, I dehydrate myself so I don't have to use public restrooms. I plan my daily activities, grocery shopping. I mean, this is back in the old days when shit was just regular, right? So grocery shopping, whatever errands I had to run, I plan that around using my bathroom at home because I just cannot be bothered to use a public restroom if I can avoid it. I really only use them in emergencies before the pandemic. I really cannot with the public restroom. I think they're disgusting. If you really think about them in concept, absolutely heinous. All right, next pet peeve is small talk. I hate with a passion small talk. This doesn't mean that I don't like to talk to people. I love to talk to people, but I don't like to talk to people about things that don't matter. I mean, I think everybody can guarantee that small talk is fake as fuck. You do it because you want to have this like semblance of being nice or some dumb shit like that. I cannot be bothered. If you want to talk about politics, religion, feminism, racism, systems of power and oppression, I'm all here for it. But I don't want to talk about the weather. I know that's very contradictory to societal norms, but I am a severe introvert. And so if I'm going to interact with people, it's got to mean something. It's got to mean something, bitch. I can't just be talking about like trivial matters that are going on in your life that you don't even care about. Or the weather. I cannot. We're all experiencing the same weather. We're aware of what's going on. Why do we have to discuss it? Why are we discussing the weather? So stupid. Let's talk about systems of power and oppression. Bitch, I don't even care if you disagree with me. That is more of a valuable conversation to me than having small talk. I'm sorry, but I cannot. Small talk say, gotta go. She's gotta go. She's not invited to the cookout. The next two pet peeves that I'm gonna bring up are more related to living with other people, which I live with other people, but I'm slurring my words, sorry. I live with other people, but I don't share a lot of like common spaces. Like the only common spaces that I share are my living room and my kitchen, so I get a lot of space to myself, fortunately, thank God. But when I did share like a bathroom with somebody, one of my pet peeves, and this is something I will hold with me to the day I fucking die, is a wet bath mat. There are a few things more vile and disgusting to me than a wet bath mat. Absolutely heinous. And do you know how much bacteria festers in not only humidity, but just like moisture? So when you don't dry off your body before you get out of the shower and you just step onto a perfectly dry, clean, somewhat bacteria-free bath mat with your wet ass foot, I can't help but think about the pathogens. I dry off my body before I get out. I literally lift my foot and will dry off my foot before I put it on the bath mat in my room. And it saves bacteria from festering, so I don't understand why the people of my family can't do the same thing. I get that it's Thanksgiving, Christmas break, but still, y'all could make an effort. Okay, another thing that I have to gripe about that is not related to my current situation, but rather when I'm in a situation where I share a bathroom yet again. Immensely grateful that I don't have to deal with that, but people who don't close the entire, and I mean the entire seat lid of the toilet. Think about all the things that can fall into your toilet just because you leave it open. Like, it's not even just like, oh, closing like the upper part, or not the upper part, but like the middle part of the lid, the upper part, the whole thing needs to be shut. I always have my toilet shut because I just think it's so gross to have all of that just like out. It's so nasty. I hate it when people like have pictures and the bathroom seat lid is up, like the entire lid. I'm not talking about the middle part. I'm talking about the entire lid. It is so gross to me. I don't know why, but it's just, it's so disgusting. It's so much more clean. Like, I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at my toilet seat right now, fully closed. No pathogens escaping or coming in. She's clean. She's pure. And that's the way it should be. My next pet peeve is people that don't know how to whisper. And this is something that I endured more in a physiological college environment, you know, actually physically going to class, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, people that just didn't know how to whisper. Like, I don't understand. Like, if there is a professor talking, giving a lecture, I don't understand why you can't learn how to make your voice not heard by the tens to hundreds of people around you. I don't get it. It's not like you're ever talking about something that important. Like, I've overheard people talking about their mundane weekend plans, what they ate for breakfast, this other professor that they have in a different class that's just like giving them, I don't know, like a hard time. And the thing is, it's just like, okay, yeah, all of that exists and it's valid, but why the fuck are you talking about it right now? Because I don't care. And maybe the person that you're talking to does really care about what you're saying, but like, if they care about the mundane shit that you're talking about in this moment right now, I'm sure they'll care about it in 20 minutes. You could talk about it then when class is over and you're not sitting here annoying me with the presence of your lack of self-awareness. I just can't. I really can't. And for my last pet peeve that I'm going to talk about in this video, because believe me, there are more. There are. But my last one that I'm going to talk about in this video is people's lack of awareness in regard to their physiological presence in space at the moment. And by that I mean people who don't give a fuck about the way that they park, people that don't look up from their phones when they're walking, people that lack understanding of the way in which their existing in the world affects other people. Like when you're in the grocery store and somebody is blocking the entire aisle with their cart on one side and their body doing the whole stand in the middle of the aisle, reaching, but you know, saying, oh, what do I want to get, you know, kind of the pointing thing of looking like they're reading. You're not reading anything, you're just wasting space. And I could be cruising on by, you know, about to get my paprika, about to get my brown sugar, about to get my all-purpose flour, but I can't. Pero no puedo, porque estás prohibiendo mi habilidad a accesar el resto del aisle. Bitch, I'm mad. I don't know how to say aisle in Spanish, okay? Pero el concepto es el mismo. No puedo accesar las cosas que necesito porque estás in the way. Okay, I'm on one. I hope that y'all are on one. And yeah, I'll catch you on the flippity flip. As Meg from Hercules would say, it's been a real slice. Hey, I'm about to become the tree fire. And I'm feeling like we should did the duck go away. Netflix and do say, and if I do say so myself that as a creature. On that night drive, ooh, it was so fine. Como noches pasadas, yeah. This is shine number 4. I'd probably be dead if I was basic. Would you still give me head if I had day shifts? I work what I want, I do what I want. Thought I saw